Hey, today we are going to scratch that. We'll cut that part of the video. Hello, this is Heather Marquez from Action Coach. Today we're going to talk a little bit about employees in the workplace. So, in the early 1900s, we saw the age of utility, where for employees it was really about just give them what they needed to do the bare minimum. And that actually lasted for quite some time, whether it was a tool, a desk and a computer and a phone, whatever exactly was required. And employees at that time were really a cog in a much bigger wheel. And then we evolved into being really focused on productivity, where it became get them a faster computer, maybe a phone that they could carry around with them, and whatever resources they needed to be able to get more done in a shorter period of time. And at this point, it really started becoming important to adopt systems and processes in organizations. And then we evolved to an age of employee engagement, where we wanted everybody to really feel like they had a part in the organization. And it became more about the culture of the organization, but we started really focusing on kitschy workspaces and the values of an organization. And now that has evolved even more. It's not enough to have a refrigerator full of beer ready on a Friday afternoon. It is about creating a culture where people feel valued, they feel heard, and they feel like they're working for a bigger purpose. And so what is your customer-facing mission that all of your employees are able to embrace and feel like there's a greater why behind what they do? Now, in an organization, it's about the employee experience, and that it encompasses workspace. So having a great workspace, and if it's a highly collaborative environment, then having open workspaces. If people need privacy, having offices where they can shut the door. It's also about giving them the technology that they need. So do you have fast enough internet for them to do the things they need to do? Do they have the software, the computers, whatever equipment that requires? And then in addition to that, has your leadership style changed to really embrace a more collaborative workforce? Right now, with millennials becoming 50% of our workforce, we're seeing a shift from traditional leadership styles, which were very top-down. The leader had all the answers, the leader divvied out the resources, to an environment now where everything's about collaboration and getting the team involved in brainstorming and finding the best solution from the collective group, because everybody's bringing such great things to the table. It's not about the leader coming in and saving the day and being the hero. It's about the leader equipping the entire team with the tools, resources, skills, knowledge that they need to be successful beyond that leader, to have an environment where everybody's working for the same goals and objectives, and everything can be measured up to those, but in a way that makes people feel like they're contributing to the bigger picture out in the world. These are the things that are happening that evolve our workplace. And if you're not on board with these, you are costing yourself a tremendous amount of money. It's estimated that for an unengaged employee, you're basically throwing away about 50% of their annual salary. Now, imagine with the numbers being around 70% are unengaged, that's a lot of employee salary being flushed down the toilet if you're not working with them as a leader and helping to empower them to be the best they can be on your team. One of the resources skills you need to pick up as a leader is coaching. Not being a professional coach, not in that sense, but coaching as a skill to help the employees come to their own answers, to pull the answers and the ideas out of them. So if you haven't looked into coaching for leaders and managers, you really need to develop that skill set amongst your team, amongst all the leaders, and amongst yourself. It's important right now in this day and age with millennials coming aboard to go beyond the normal feedback and create an environment where innovation and creativity are required versus maybe a nice to have. That's what it's going to have to be to stay competitive in the environment that we're in right now. So take a look at your skills and the skills of your leaders. And if you don't find coaching as one of them, understand that through the evolution of the workplace, it is going to become more and more important that your leadership team has this skill in order to create the experience that employees are hungry for, that they're willing to stay in an organization for. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.